I think it's interesting that we rarely make a conscious effort to think about our core values. Prior to making this video, I would say the only time I've ever really thought about my core values was throughout the process of applying for jobs. You know what I'm talking about. You go online to look into a company or an organization, and you want to get a feel for what they're about. So you look into their core values and see if their core values line up with what you feel is important. I never really took the time to put into words what my daily core values are. However, they are equally, if not more important, in your day-to-day life outside of the workplace than we realize. It's how we make decisions. It's how we form relationships. Boils down to it's what we believe in. And I realized today that I have 3 core values that I live my life by. The first of these is rationality. I strongly believe it is important to keep a level head in all situations and respect differing opinions. The second is integrity. I'm a big believer in what goes around comes around, and that one should give out the energy they hope to receive. And lastly, I'm a big believer in compassion. I feel it is important to recognize there is a human in all of us, and that everyone is fighting a battle we know nothing about. These core values became my personal creed around the time I graduated from college. My senior year especially, and going into graduate school, I learned a lot specifically about rationality. My major being politically based, I ran into a lot of controversial topics of conversation. However, opening my mind to the idea that right and wrong is not always black and white made me realize not only that there are 2 sides to every story, but there is more than one way to reach a rational solution. To put this idea in an applicable perspective, think about a math problem. Growing up, you learn 2 plus 2 equals 4. But that doesn't mean that 1 plus 3 does not also equal 4. Although the answer is the same, there is more than one way to get it. Through this time, I also learned a lot about my own integrity. College is a formative time in one's life, and though I never made any particularly bad choices, I knew I could be better. Since then, I've strived to do the right thing, even if it is not always the easy thing. Compassion came a bit later. I would say I've always been compassionate to a degree, but it took someone that I deeply care about to tell me that they were struggling for me to realize that we never really truly know what's going on with someone until we make them feel safe enough to tell us. And I gained a lot of perspective through this situation and realized that by this person coming to me for empathy and advice meant that I gave off the energy that I was available to listen and assist. And that's a quality I don't want to lose. So this comes into the community that I wish to serve, which is the community that built me. Auburn, though it is not my hometown, made me the person that I am today, and I will forever be in its debt. Without this community, I would not be where I am, and I would not have the support system that I do had I not met them there. I want to give back to this community because it gave so much to me. The people here are people that I can relate to because I have been in their shoes. College can be very difficult, and the journey of self-discovery is not an easy one, and mine is by no means over. I made my best friends for life here. I fell in love here. I learned to love myself here, and I want others to find those things too. The takeaway of this narrative is that I want people to prepare for the future, but also realize there is still time to grow now. There are always ways in which we can improve not only ourselves, but the people and the communities around us. I challenge you to live rationally, which is the ability to be prepared and remain level-headed and realistic in the face of adversity. I challenge you to live with integrity, which is the ability to be admired and lead by example. And lastly, I challenge you to live with compassion, which is the ability to see the human in everyone and lend a helping hand without being asked, because you never know when you may need one reached out to you.